Guys, welcome to another day. My name is Peter, and this is Peter Chronicle, where we talk about software development, DevOps practices, and everything that goes in within computer science. If today is your first time joining us, make sure you subscribe, and if you have any questions on the video, make sure you write down your questions, and I'll do I'll make sure I answer your question in due time. With that out of the way, I would like us to look at something else today, which is still dwelling on the topic Django 5, for example. I'll be working on this open source code, going with the code line by line, explaining what it means, and also not just that, also building this project. And then I'll be teaching you how to also integrate most of these built out Django project because they are all MVP. When we talk about MVP, we talk about the minimum viable product. They're all MVP. I'll be showing you how to move this MVP into a production ready applications in the end of this series. Okay, so if you're not following this series, I'm just starting this series out. I made a video about it last week explaining what the series will be about. So over the course of this month, I will make sure to do justice to the series where we treat everything on Django 5 and we build lots of amazing projects with it. And yeah, with that out of the way, I'll be saying most of the source code I'm going to be using for this code is going to be coming from this open source repository on GitHub, so you can also find it here. So some of the source code are going to be coming from here, and I'll also be adding some add-ons on them to make it more stylish. And here we are, I cloned it here, and you can see from chapter 1 to chapter 17, which basically talks about everything from learning Django, from starting your Django applications to having Django run asynchronously, listening on many protocols, and all that is what we're going to be looking at in this playlist, this series. So today is just going to be an overview of what to expect in this series, what to expect in the long run, things to look out for, and projects to keep your eyes out on the lookout for basically. So as I said, I won't be taking much time on this course because I just wanted to make this an overview before we move into what we're building. So the first thing we're building is a blog application. So this is the MVP, of which you can find the source code from here in the GitHub repo. This is the MVP of which the source code is there. And then after building it on the MVP, I'm going to show you how to move this MVP into a production ready application. So we're going to get a template from Team Forest. I'm going to purchase this template from Team Forest, and we're going to use basically this block section. So we're going to remove every section that is not relating to block, and we're basically going to just work with the block section, and we're going to integrate this MVP into this production ready application. And apart from that, we're going to be hosting it also, so you see how to build your code from building to development, from development to production. We're going to look at that live in this series. So yeah, and moving on is the next one. We're going to be building a basic bookmarking, I call it the basic bookmarking software for images. And after building it, we're going to be moving this same project and we're going to turn it into what? Into a social network. Okay, it's not going to have all these other features like live, but if there's much time, we might add that in this series. But basically, we are going to turn this MVP, of which you can also find the source code here. We're going to be turning it into what? Into this beautiful looking, stylishly designed web page. And yeah, this is also the URL for this template. I'm going to be purchasing this template that I'll be using, and we are going to work on it. So do stay tuned to learn more and see how we can build amazing things with all this and how everything adds up together. So yeah, and moving on, the third project we're building is an e-commerce application. So this is how the basic MVP looks, of which you can also find the source code here. And after building the MVP, I'm going to be teaching you all about sessions, working with cards, adding products in cards, all that has to do with session management and all that. We'll also be looking into it in this series. By the time we'll be treating how to build an e-commerce application using Django 5, and I'm going to do justice to that. Then after building this on the MVP, which you can see the source code here, I'm going to be moving it into a production ready application for a fashion brand. So we're going to be transferring this MVP source code into this production ready application. We're going to also be deploying it to the cloud so that you can also access it via HTTPS and via HTTP basically, and interact with it, add to carts, checkout. We're going to be adding Stripe, and if you have other payment method that would work, but we're going to be using Stripe. I'm going to register a demo account on Stripe and try it out for this, and you can add many payment gateway. When you get to payment gateway, I'm also going to teach you how to integrate payment gateways, not just fiat, cryptocurrency payment gateway and all that. I'm going to be showing you a brief summary on that. So in case if I don't do that when treating how to build an e-commerce with Django 5, following Django 5 by example, make sure to write it in the comment to draw my attention back to it so I can also look into it. And lastly, we are also going to be looking at, sorry, not lastly, we're also going to be looking at how to build API endpoints with Django 5. There won't be any template here, but I'm going to show you how to build this to communicate in JSON protocol. This is going to be a REST API using the Django REST framework, an extension of Django, of which I'm going to also be showing you in the length of this course. Then lastly, we will be looking at how to build an e-learning platform called Educa, and definitely if I see a template for Educa, then I'll also be moving it into what a production ready application. But this is what the MVP looks like. It might look without designs and without life and all that, but believe me, when we're done with this, you're going to be amazed what we're going to turn it into. So yeah, this is basically what to expect in this course and many more. And as I said, this course I'm going to try to make sure that it's for beginner friendly, though I would greatly appreciate if you have a basic experience or a basic knowledge of Python, good knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But if you don't have that, no much worries, because we're going to just be importing this template. I'm going to treat this course from beginner's mindset, beginner's perspective. So everything I'm going to be writing, every line of code I'm going to be writing, I'm going to make sure I explain it to the level at which 10-year-old, 5-year-old can understand. And if you don't understand anything, do make sure you drop your question in the comment section. And also, as I said, I'm going to be seeing some source code from here. So I'm going to be forking this repo into my own GitHub repo. By forking, I mean forking. Okay, I'm going to be creating a copy of this repo basically. When you come here, you can see this is what I mean on my own repo, so you can also access it from there. Then the production ready own will also be available. The repo will also be open source on my repo, on my GitHub account, so you can also check it out. So yeah, that's majorly it on what to expect from this series. Stay tuned guys, and we'll be dropping more updates from this week and within this month. We're going to be looking at the amazing features Django have to offer, and also how you can become a Django master in very little period of time by building projects, real life projects that I can turn into existing services out there. Okay, so if this is what you're interested in, if this is what you are looking for to expect, make sure you smash the subscription button and stay subscribed, stay tuned, turn on your notification. And if you have any question, anything you want me to also touch on, anything at all you want me to draw attention to while going through this course, do comment that down, and I'll make sure to also include that. So yeah, welcome to the family. This is Pete Chronicle, and signing out.